Alright, so you're going to watch Mati and Dada's video first, then you're going to watch this video, and then you're going to create your response. When it's time to create your response, you will be given this as a template to go off of just in the beginning. You got a couple different ways you can try this, and it really doesn't matter to me, it's whatever you want. So one way to do this would be to draw your lantern. We're going to be looking at his lantern painting that you saw in the story. Giacomo Balla was all about like machines and the way electricity works, because at his time that stuff was all really exciting and stuff. So if you go into your three dots here, you can pick a shape and you could start with that. Now we're going to be working with like the lantern shape, so the closest thing to that would probably be like the circle, but you'll have to adjust some of the shapes for it, or some of the dimensions for it. So you could start there, that would be okay. Maybe just stretch it out a little bit, make it look like a light bulb. Turn the color up to yellow, because that's like the color that we're looking for here. And then you could start with that, or you could start by drawing your own. So if you wanted to go the circle method, then you probably want a different color, and something like this. You can draw this curved line and this line here like that. It kind of looks like a planet. Then give it like a triangle base. And then give it like a big hook where it can hang. And then you would start making your colors. So you could do it that way, or you could do it with just the circle. That's fine too. Or you could just freehand draw a light bulb. You know, any of those things is fine. The idea is that we want some type of electric light source here in the middle, because that's the whole point of this picture. So then you're going to pick colors. I would start with maybe warm colors would be good, and use like that size brush is fine. Don't use the marker because it blends. Don't use this thing. Don't use the eraser. Don't use the pencil. This pen is probably the best bet. So this part is pretty easy when you just think about what you're doing. Really all you're doing is adding rays of light. You can do them like all around multiple times like this. I went around twice. You can go around just once. But the idea is that you do a lot of these and you change the color each time. And it doesn't matter if they touch or overlap, it's totally fine. It doesn't matter what colors you use, you're just trying to use a lot of colors and a lot of lines. I want you to really overwhelm me with the amount of colors and lines. You're just following that oval shape each time, and just remembering to do lots of these. I'm kind of going in order from top to bottom on my color spectrum here, but you really don't have to. I mean, there could be blue right here. I made some of those a little smaller. They don't have to be even everywhere. You know, some can be longer and shorter. I'm going kind of fast, and that's okay. You may want to go a bit slower just to make sure you're keeping the shape right. But really we have an electric light source, and it's shining out many rays of light in all different colors, and that's why the light shines white. When you get older in your science classes and stuff, you'll learn about light and how all the colors mixed together of light makes white. So if you have a light that's shining white, it's really all the colors together. There's not any magic number of things you have to do here. It's really just what you want. What I don't want you to do is just make a few scribbles on the page and then turn it in. That's clearly not what I'm doing here. I'm really going around this many times, trying to make a lot of different colors in here. And I do want them to overlap at times. I want them to touch. I would call it like an organized mess of colors. Is it a mess? Yes, but there's a big difference between doing what I'm doing and then doing this. Like this is clearly not the same. I mean, you could do that if you want on your own stuff, but for a project like this, we're trying to make it look a certain way. Try it this way. If you don't like it, you never have to do it again. Alright, so when you're all done, pretty simple, you just submit it. I can't wait to see these. I think they're going to look really cool, and I hope you have fun making them.